Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Hoarder. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. In this video, we will be showing the foundational comic book collection. These are all the books that I've bought specifically for this foundational comic book collection since April of 2022 until Christmas today. Today is Christmas that I'm recording this video. So hopefully you guys enjoy. This is every single book that is foundational in my collection. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and here we go. Big thanks and shout out to the sponsor of this video. It's the Shortbox app. It's the easiest and safest way to buy and sell graded comic books online. There's a link in the description below that lets them know that I sent you to download the app for both Apple and Android users. So check out that link and start shopping today. I've had a lot of fun coining the phrase foundational comic book collection this year, and it's been a lot of fun for me to buy these books and add them to my collection, and it's been fun to also show these books. A lot of them have been really affordable for other collectors to go out and hunt or add to their hunt list and to add to their collection, so I really appreciate all the great feedback that has been given to all of these videos throughout the year. This is the foundational comic book collection. So foundational comic books are books that are universally recognized as keys. If somebody's going through your collection, out of all the however many boxes you have, these are the books that they're going to pull out and base the majority of your grade on. These are the type of books that they're going to do that. These are not based on speculation or movie hype. These are universally recognized as key issues. Some of these may go up in value because of movie spec and movie hype, but they're not keys because of movies. They're always keys. They're forever keys. So that is what this foundational comic book collection is all about. There's really no specific order. I just grabbed them off the wall. I grabbed them out of the boxes that they were in and off the couch that's in my, cleared off the couch that's in my man cave. And so hopefully you guys enjoy this. The first book up is Venom Lethal Protector #1. This is in fact a newsstand copy, and this is definitely one of those forever keys from 1992. Sam De La Rosa is going to be at the Big River Comic Con that I set up every year in the first quarter of the year of 2023. So I might have him sketch and do a remark, a remark and sign this book for me at some point, because it's not going to be slabbed. This is just a cool book. It is a newsstand, so it's got a little bit more value, but nothing crazy. So we definitely will not be talking about values. A lot of the value conversations will not be had in this video. You can go back to the other videos and check those out because we've already talked about those. Next book up is Thor number 337. This is the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. This is also a newsstand copy and a really great first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. This next book is the first appearance of one of my favorite DC comic book characters. This is DC Comics Presents number 87, the first appearance of Superboy Prime. Love Superboy Prime. I talk about it a lot. Infinite Crisis was one of my favorite storylines, and Superboy Prime was a big part of that. Tore up the Teen Titans, tore up the Justice League. He's just such an awesome character. Love that character and love that book. Next one up. So I really tried to focus on the Copper Age, but some of these books did overlap into late Bronze Age or early, really modern age, but I really tried to stay within that 84 to about 94, and this is one of those books that was outside of that range. The Uncanny X-Men number 130, the first appearance of Dazzler. Really love this book. Have always loved the character Dazzler, and this era of X-Men is just unstoppable. It's amazing. Another one outside of that Copper Age was this Uncanny X-Men number 135. It's part of the Phoenix saga and defeated by the Dark Phoenix. Really great cover. Here's the first appearance of Weapon X. This is Marvel Comics Presents number 72. Like I said, the first appearance of Weapon X from 1991. And you have Uncanny X-Men number 137. I believe this is the Death of Phoenix, and this is from 1980. So once again, outside of that Copper Age that I was really going for in this collection, but this is part of the late Bronze Age. I think this is a very undervalued book. It's a really pivotal book, but this is Watchmen number 1, definitely part of that Copper Age from 1986. Love the cover, love the story. This is just awesome stuff. This is a pretty low grade copy of this book, but I still added it to the collection. As you can see, there's a tear out there. Right there. And there's also no tattoos in this book. This is The Amazing Spider-Man number 238, the first appearance of Hobgoblin. This is Next-Men number 21, the first appearance in kind of ongoing comics of Hellboy. So Next-Men number 21, really great book. I'm not a huge second appearance. If you can't get the first appearance, get the second appearance. Try for the first appearance. You'll be the most satisfied with the first appearance. This is just a cheap key that you can find to add to your first appearance of Deadpool. This is X-Force number 2, second appearance of Deadpool. Spawn number 9, the first appearance of Angela. This is definitely a cool book. If you can find it in newsstand, it definitely commands more value and more respect, but this is just an awesome book, probably 10 to 15 bucks. Great book to add to your collection. From 1987, this is the Uncanny X-Men number 221. This is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. And another great book from that time frame from 1989. This is the Uncanny X-Men number 244, and this is the first appearance of Jubilee. This is X-Men number 4, the first appearance of Omega Red. This one is a newsstand copy. It's in really nice high-grade condition, and it's definitely one to add to your foundational collection if you can get it for a good price. This one, I believe, goes outside of the Copper Age into the late Bronze Age, but this is Wolverine Limited Series number 1. Great Frank Miller goodness here. And to complement Wolverine Limited Series number 1, you've got Wolverine number 1, the ongoing series from 1988. I love this. I believe this is the first appearance of the Persona Patch. Once again, outside of the Copper Age, the next two are Miss Marvel number 1 from 1979, I believe. First appearance of Carol Danvers as Miss Marvel. And then She-Hulk number 1. I bought this for the foundational comic book collection, knowing that it definitely is Bronze Age, but I love this book. I love the character from 1979. These are not foundational comic books because of speculation or hype. This has always been a key. It's always been a book that people have chased and wanted, so I'm happy to add this one to the foundational comic book collection. She-Hulk number 1. From 1986, the New Mutants Annual number 2. This is the first U.S. appearance of Psylocke. Hopefully you guys are really enjoying this video. If you could, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscription button, hit that bell to be notified when there's future videos. And if you're liking what you see so far, hit that thumbs up and comment down below what of these books you have in your collection. Next book up is from 1980, once again outside of the Copper Age, but this is Marvel Team Up number 95, the first appearance of Mockingbird. And you've got another great Bronze Age. DC Comics presents number 26, the first appearance of Teen Titans. You've got some great first appearances in this book. Love this one, and it's definitely one that if you are a DC fan, this is probably one that you want to grab. Also another one for DC fans that you could probably get pretty cheap. This is Tales of the Teen Titans number 44, the first appearance of Nightwing, and I believe the first appearance of Jericho, I believe, and origin of Deathstroke. Really, really great book. If you like DC and Teen Titans, this is a must-have. Batman number 357, the first appearance of Jason Todd and Killer Croc in cameo, I believe. Batman number 244, 100% a Bronze Age book, but it's Neil Adams goodness, and I wanted to add this one to the foundational comic book collection. This is The Rocketeer number 1. And I added this one to the foundational comic book collection, found it at a half-price books for a good deal. And I wanted that book to complement this book. This is Star Slayer number 2, the first appearance of The Rocketeer. And I was really happy to find this book because this, for the longest time, has been kind of a nothing book, still a key issue because of The Rocketeer, but everyone kind of passed over it until it was too late. And I finally found one at St. Louis Comics or STL Comics, and happy to add this one to the collection. Here's a book that did go up recently, but has always been a key, one that you want to hunt down. And if you can find it in a newsstand, it would be better, but this is Spider-Man 299 number 1, and it's kind of the first full appearance or first ongoing story of Spider-Man 2099. So this is a really cool book. It has been going up because of speculation, because of the Into the Spider-Verse Part 2 or Miles Morales movie, Spider-Man, whatever, but it has always been a book that people that collected in the 90s respect and liked and chased. Speaking of the chase, this is Deadpool, The Circle Chase, number 1. And this is a book that I showed recently. I just got this one. It's a really cool first solo story of Deadpool, and it's a really nice embossed cover. Justice League, number 1, the first appearance of Maxwell Lord, and this nice new Justice League team. This is Miracle Man number 15, The Death of Kid Miracle Man. Really awesome book. Really great Alan Moore pivotal storyline. Love having this in the comic book collection. And speaking of Miracle Man, this is Miracle Man number 1, the first appearance of Marvel Man in the modern comics from the Golden Age. And he was a continuation of Captain Marvel after they went defunct. They became Marvel Man, and then Miracle Man from Alan Moore. So this is really great book. Really awesome story, by the way. So check that out. Next one up is Batman number 426. This is the first in the 4-part storyline of A Death in the Family, the death of Jason Todd. Speaking of the death of Jason Todd, just showed this one in the last video. Batman number 428, This is The Death of Jason Todd. Great book from the early 90s. This is from 1994. Flash number 92, the first appearance of Impulse, a descendant of Barry and Iris Allen. And this is a really, really awesome book. Here's a really cool book and a battle between Wolverine and Sabretooth. This is Wolverine number 10, newsstand, really great cover, really great book. Another great Wolverine cover that's gained a lot of attention recently, but I always remember chasing this one with Wolverine and Hulk. This is Wolverine number 8. Great book in the Infinity Saga. This is Silver Surfer number 44. Always remember long, long before the Marvel MCU, always chasing this book. Silver Surfer number 44, the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet. Here is Booster Gold number 1. This is from 1986, and this is the first appearance of Booster Gold. The Amazing Spider-Man number 294, great Mike Zeck cover and death of Kraven the Hunter. The first in an ongoing unlimited series. This is Punisher number 1. A really great book, really great cover. Don't know what he's going to do with that bazooka sticking into that window. This is Avengers number 196, another Bronze Age book, but it's the first appearance of Taskmaster. Really great Avengers villain. This is the New Mutants number 26, and this is the first appearance of Legion, Professor X's son. This is a really great book and really helped kind of launch me into comic book collecting. Superman, the Man of Steel, number 18, the first appearance of Doomsday. I was one of those ones that was pulled in because of the death of Superman. Love this storyline, love this first appearance, and it is a nice newsstand. There is like a 4th or 5th printing. That's a DC Universe variant. That's a really great one to find if you can find it. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 7, The Death of Supergirl, and it's signed by George Perez. Really love this. Got this one from Box Seat Cards and Collectibles in Champaign, Illinois. I also got this one from Box Seat Cards and Collectibles in Champaign, Illinois from Jeremy and Joe. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths number 8, The Death of Barry Allen Flash, also signed by George Perez. A must-have if you're going for a Copper Age key collection. This is Spawn number 1. Now, of course, there are other variants of this newsstand or black and white that are much more valuable than this one, but everybody's got to have a Spawn number 1. You can get this one for pretty cheap, probably 20, 30 bucks. Definitely one to add to your comic book collection. Another great one from the 90s. This is Spider-Man number 1, and this is the silver edition, I believe. Really great cover by Todd McFarlane. X-Men number 283, a very cheap key, but this is the first full appearance of Bishop. Awesome X-Men character that you definitely want to have in your comic book collection. And if you're collecting keys on a budget, this is one that you can seek out and get for pretty darn cheap. Speaking of Bishop, a really great first cameo appearance of Bishop. This is Uncanny X-Men number 282. Love Bishop on the cover there, and I believe he's on the last page or the last panel. This is a book that's kind of got out of control. This is a great book, and I love having this one in the comic book, foundational comic book collection. This is Iron Man number 282, the first appearance of War Machine. But this has always been a key. It's just never kind of been one of those like out of control keys. I think like tops you'd used to pay like $30 for this book, $15, $20, $30, but now it's, you know, over $100 for sure. Really great first appearance of War Machine. Another great Iron Man key that I always collected. This one's from 1987. This is Iron Man number 219, the first appearance of Ghost, a really great Iron Man villain and Avengers villain. If you're a DC fan, this is one that you may want to get. This is the Green Lantern Corps number 201, and this is the first appearance of Kilowog, the trainer for the Green Lantern Corps. A great one that's from the Bronze Age, but one that I wanted to add to my comic book collection this year. This is the New Teen Titans number 2, the first appearance of Deathstroke. Really, really great character, and definitely a character that if you're a fan of DC, a villain that you may want to collect is Deathstroke. So really great book. Next one is from 1984. This is Web of Spider-Man number 1. Great, great, great book. Love this one, and just an awesome black suit Spider-Man cover. Another awesome cover from the 90s. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 365. And this is the first appearance in a preview of Spider-Man 2099. So some people say that this is the first appearance. Some people say it's a preview. I don't care. I've got both this and Spider-Man 2099 number 1. So they're both cheap. Get them both if you want the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. All right, we're getting to some Amazing Spider-Man. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 362. This is part 2 of the Carnage story. And then you've got part 3 of the Carnage story, Amazing Spider-Man number 363, newsstand. And then you've got the first appearance of Carnage. Amazing Spider-Man number 361. Amazing Spider-Man number 360, the cameo of Carnage. To complete the Carnage first appearance, you've got the Amazing Spider-Man number 344. This is the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, who becomes Carnage. So if you want them, get them all for sure. They're great books to add to your comic book collection. An amazing, pun intended, I guess, amazing book for Black Suit Spider-Man collectors. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 252. And this is the first black suit in the Amazing Spider-Man title. I believe it was tied maybe with some of these other ones. Here's another cameo of the black suit. This is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 90, newsstand copy with Black Cat on the cover. I was trying to go for all of the black suit first appearances, cameos, lead-ups, lead-ins. We'll go to X Factor real quick. X Factor number 24, the first appearance of Archangel. Man, if you're an X-Men fan, if you're a cartoon, X-Men cartoon fan, this is definitely one that's cheap enough, 20, 30 bucks. You can get a nice copy of X Factor number 24. This one's a newsstand copy, first appearance of Archangel. If you're a fan, get it. X Factor number 6, this is the first appearance of Apocalypse. Once again, if you're an X-Men fan, and you want one of the big villains, definitely get this one. It's gone way down in price, making it really easy for collectors who want nice keys to add to their collection to grab. So X Factor number 6, first appearance of Apocalypse, nice newsstand copy. And then I've got the nice cameo on the last panel. This is X Factor number 5. You can get this book for like 10 bucks. So if you want a nice cheap key to add to your comic book collection and you're on a budget, I say that's a cool book. It's probably not ever going to go up majorly in value, but it's a cool book to have to add to your collection. Speaking of really cool Marvel keys, this is Infinity Gauntlet number 1, one of the humongous crossovers in Marvel Comics in the 90s. This is a really great book. Yeah, the first in the Infinity Gauntlet series. Here's a book that also has gone way up in value. This is a Todd McFarlane classic cover, Incredible Hulk number 340 with Wolverine and Hulk on the cover. Here's another black suit appearance. This is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8. Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and Daredevil number 141. Once again, another one of the first appearances of the black symbiote suit. Here's the first Todd McFarlane on the Amazing Spider-Man. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 298, and this is from 1987. And this is a cameo of Venom. Another cameo of Venom and the really nice panel on the last page. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 299 newsstand copy from 1987. Really awesome first appearance of Venom in cameo on the last page. A killer big book. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 300 newsstand copy. This is a little bit lower grade, probably a 7.0, but this is the first full appearance of Venom. And this is the book to get, in my opinion. If you're going to get any of the first appearance of Venoms, this is the one that I always choose. I think it's the best. I think it's the coolest. So that's an awesome book to have. First appearance of Venom, full appearance, Amazing Spider-Man 300. Here's a great one for X-Men collectors, Avengers Annual, King Size Annual, number 10, the first appearance of Rogue. Love this book, and I don't care if the cover sucks. It's an awesome character. Rogue is a great character. And if you've got Rogue, you should probably get Gambit. This is the Uncanny X-Men number 266, the first full appearance of Gambit and the intended first appearance. The issue right before this says, in the next issue, meet the New Mutant named Gambit. It didn't say in the next annual, you'll see Gambit. This is the intended first appearance. So take the annual and shove it. I don't care. But guess what? I do care because I have that book as well. And so this one came out first. This is the first time any comic book collector saw the character named Gambit, but this was the intended first appearance of Gambit because, like I said, in 265, it said in the next issue, meet the New Mutant named Gambit. But this one accidentally came out first. So, and either way, I don't care. Get them both. There's no time to argue. I will always like this book better. I will always like this book better. You can like the Annual 14 better, if that's what you want. If they were the same price, what book would you get? New Mutants 87. This is the first appearance of Cable. I think this book is so awesome. It's so important to all X-Men fans, X-Men collectors. This is from 1990. Yeah, if you want a cool book for your collection, get the New Mutants number 87. This book can still be had in really nice grade for like 100 to maybe 80 to like 150 bucks. So still can be had for a good price. Definitely get this and add it to your comic book collection. And the last book for the foundational comic book collection, one of my favorites in the collection right now, is the New Mutants Number 98, the first appearance of Deadpool. This has always been a book that I've liked. Way before the Deadpool movie, it's just been a cool book. It's the first appearance of Deadpool. So hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you guys like the foundational comic book collection. Have you guys been using the term foundational comic book collections when you go into your local comic shops? Let me know how your foundational comic book collections have been going. Have you been buying specific books for your foundational collection and been avoiding some of the other books that don't bring you as much joy? Either way, collect the way that you want to collect. This is the way that I've been loving to collect this year, and it's been bringing me a lot of joy. So thanks again for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscription button, hit that bell to be notified when there's future videos, and also hit that thumbs up and comment down below what you thought of this video and all the videos of this year. And would you like me to continue with the foundational comic book collection videos in 2023? Hopefully you guys are doing well. Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you all on the next one. See ya. Bye.